John here, and we've got a new sponsor, DistroKid. Now that you've finished your latest Pirate Math Sponge Core Twitch trek, it's time to get it out there so everyone can hear it. DistroKid helps musicians get their music on all the major streaming platforms, and artists keep 100% of their royalties. And because you're a High Gain listener, you get 30% off. Just go to distrokid.com/VIP/highgain. That's distrokid.com/VIP/highgain. And now DistroKid has an app. The DistroKid app is available for iOS and Android. You can download it at distrokid.com/app or in the App and Play stores. We'd like to take a minute to thank our pals over at Isotope, makers of software and plugins for audio repair, mixing, and mastering. The new gold standard of audio repair, Isotope RX11, is coming in May. Buy RX10 now on sale and get RX11 absolutely free when it's released. We use Isotope products here at the High Gain. It's an important part of how we've been able to bottle pure podcast gold week after week. High Gain listeners get 10% off using the promo code FRET10. That's FRET10. That's all at isotope.com. IZOTOPE.com.
Oh, hey, it's me, Ed Peterson.
Hi, Ed. It's me, John.
Welcome back, John.
Oh, thank you very much.
It's been a minute.
Yes.
Stuff's been going on. But we're back.
We are back.
110%.
Yes.
It's the High Game Podcast. We record in beautiful West Seattle.
Beautiful.
I walked up today, had a guitar on my back.
How was it?
Lovely.
Yes.
Talk about guitars. Supro, I picture them as Chicago boys. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
They come from elsewhere. It's kind of like a tangled web a little bit. It could be pretty fun to get into.
They're not the Harmony K.
No. Today we're going to be talking about this Supro Kingston guitar.
The pickguard has got wear on it. If it weren't for that pickguard wear, that would look like a reissue.
It's in amazing shape. Yeah, this one is 1962.
64 years old? 62 years old.
Sure.
Final answer.
You and I were talking about dirt pedals over the text messaging.
Yeah.
You mentioned the Solid Gold Effects Lysis pedal.
Yep.
And you said, I really want to get this.
Yep.
I have one.
You've got the Mark I, right?
I have the Mark I.
Yeah.
So I thought, let's plug it in.
Maybe it's been on the show. Maybe?
No time like the present, right?
Sure. Beverages.
We'll get more into that later, I guess. Yes, beverages.
Yeah. You were walking through the pedal, and there's a crazy range of sounds on that thing.
Yeah.
It can take an expression pedal, I think.
It can, yes.
Yeah. Some of those sweep things that you were doing just by rolling the knobs would be really great with an expression pedal. Solid Gold Effects, our friends to the north, Canada. They know what's up.
What are you drinking, Ed?
Crow mug.
Yes.
What? We had the little baby crow.
Ed found a little baby crow.
Vicky found a little baby crow in the alley, and she put it in a box, brought it back to our house. The parents were kind of there. It had really messed up eyes, both of them.
Like maybe blind.
Yeah, something happened to them. We took care of it for like 2 days, tried to feed it, gave it water, ended up taking it to the Paws. Shout out Paws.
The animal rescue place.
Yeah, and it didn't make it.
Didn't make it.
Yeah. I got the email. You know, you're checking your phone right as you go to bed, like what's going on tomorrow. I was pretty bummed.
Yeah.
They did have to put it down because it's blind. Yeah, in memoriam. Shout out Crow.
R.I.P. Crow.
Anyway, Crow mug with some black coffee. What about you? What's happened with you?
Oh, gee. I normally wake up on editing day and bring the guitars back to thunderroadguitars.com.
Oh, Thunder Road Guitars.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
When I dropped them off, one of the guys was like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, yeah, I don't know. My stomach's a little off.
Yeah.
And throughout the day,
Yep.
it just gets worse. I'm like, okay, I'm just not going to eat today.
Yeah.
It just keeps getting worse. Maybe it's the coffee. I'm switching to just water.
Yeah.
Nope, it's getting worse.
Yeah.
By the end of the day, I can't move. And I'm like, well, I'll just sleep on it.
Oh.
Shout out to persistent spouses.
Yeah.
Monica said, why don't we just get in the car? We'll go.
Yep.
Go there, take a scan. You have acute appendicitis.
Oh, my God. You got your tonsils?
I do.
Spleen? Pretty required or no?
Do you need a spleen?
I don't know.
Hey, superfan Dr. Frank, do we need our spleens?
That's crazy. We have never missed an episode.
Yeah.
And you texted me, they're prepping me for surgery. Can you post the episode? And I was like, nope. You do all that stuff. And I'm just like, I would love to. So instead, I just posted to Instagram a picture of you like laid out, tubes all in your arm.
Yeah.
Right after that happened, my mom ends up in the hospital. She's got stuff. And we've got 2 of her dogs. So we've now got 3 dogs we're taking care of. And one is just super skittish. It's been a thing. So we missed an episode between crows and appendix and moms and dogs. Come on, cut us a little bit of slack.
Yeah.
I got this Suja.
Suja?
Yeah, organic ginger love.
What is the category?
It's a lemon, pineapple, ginger fruit juice.
Ah, the juice category.
It's in the juice category, but it's also probiotic. If I've learned anything from John, if you don't take care of that gut, you know what I'm saying?
The gut will take care of you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What about you?
I've got coffee as well, black coffee.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got a poppy prebiotic.
Taking care of things before.
That's right. Shout out. I was at the shop.
Thunder Road.
thunderroadguitars.com.
Yeah.
And if you go there or go to the website, it's your choice. Use the High Gain 10 promo code.
Right.
You get 10% off.
Love it.
So I'm there the other day and that happened. Guy came in,
Oh.
bought a guitar,
Yeah.
used the High Gain 10 code.
Okay.
I happened to be walking out of my office, coffee cup in hand like I do.
Right.
And the guy's like, hey, you're John from the High Gain.
Were you talking?
I might have been. So, superfan Eric,
Yeah.
it was nice to meet you.
That's great.
Bought a purple Telecaster.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did it have gold hardware?
No.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
It's the downside of doing this for so long. Walking out and getting mobbed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that happens to me at least once a year.
Yeah.
This has one pickup, tone and volume,
Perfect.
and mystery switch.
Yeah. Cut?
I'm not sure yet. You asked about the Chicago connection.
Yeah.
I think we should do a brief overview.
Yeah, because I honestly do not remember their history so much.
Yeah, we'll start at the beginning and we'll walk our way up to the release of this.
Yeah.
Do you remember Dopey?
Dopey era.
Yeah, John Dopey era. He and his brothers made the Dobro guitars.
Yes.
So we're going back to 1927.
Oldie times.
Yeah.
97 years ago.
Yeah. Dopey gets a patent on his tricone design for resonator guitars.
Mm-hmm.
He's out in California doing this. He's working with people like George Beecham, Adolf Rickenbacker. All those guys, they're doing the resonator guitars.
That guy, you can't hear that name, even just rolled together. Adolf. You just hear it and it's like, ugh.
Yeah, it is a little unfortunate.
Yeah. Killed a mustache. No one can have that mustache anymore. Not that anyone would. Dude looked like a dipshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're all hanging out, these guys.
Yeah, they're doing the National String Instrument Company thing out there in Los Angeles.
L.A., I love it.
The thing was, Dopey didn't get along so very well with George Beecham. You know, Beecham was maybe a little more good time guy.
And Dopey was like business guy. A little more serious.
Much more serious.
Okay.
I don't think you're running the company right, George Beecham. I don't think you're taking this seriously enough. I quit.
Oh.
But Dopey doesn't forget.
Like an elephant, this guy.
He quits, but he remembers.
Yeah.
Just 3 years later.
3 short years later.
Dopey and some of his bros, he had like 6 brothers.
Literally bros.
Yeah.
Okay.
They managed to buy a controlling interest in National.
What year's this?
32. Hey, guess what, George Beecham? It's our company now. They rename it from National to National Dobro.
Dopey Bros.
That's right. And in 35, they branch out into more budget-friendly instruments and amps. Up until that point, those resonators, especially the steel ones, not super cheap.
Today, not super cheap. What year was the Great Depression?
29.
29.
Black Tuesday, Black Friday, Black some day of the week.
Stock market crash, Black Thursday. If you're not all in on stocks as they're going up, and then shit kind of crumbles.
Yeah.
There's that whole predatory behavior. You have a bunch of money and you just go in while corporations are at their low point.
Maybe the Dopey era brothers, serious workmen-like people they were. They all had dough in the mattress.
Exactly. Well, and just company values just plummet across the board, right? Because what year was this they bottom out?
32.
29 to 39. God damn, a 10-year depression.
Maybe that's why in 35 they're thinking, we need to do some budget stuff. Nobody's got money.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we need to differentiate it. We can't just call them Dobros or Resonators because we've got brand equity in that. We need to think of a new name. Supro. That's what they started calling their budget stuff. That's how far back Supro goes, 35. They were doing lap steel stuff, things of the day.
Yep.
The smaller amps,
Yep.
some tenor guitars, mandolins,
Yep.
all branded Supro. And 37, fatefully maybe, I don't know, they pick up and move the whole thing to Chicago.
Okay, they are kind of Chicago guys.
Yeah, they become Chicago guys. And then in 42, during World War II, they merge.
With?
A new company called Valco.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember that it's a portmanteau?
I remember that you love portmanteaus.
Dopey for portmanteaus.
Yeah. So Valco.
V is in Victor Smith. The A was for Al Frost. And the L as in Louis Dopiera, one of the Dopey bros.
Okay.
They end, I didn't know this. They have to stop resonator production because of the World War II.
Yeah.
There was metal rationing.
Right.
They could not do the resonators for a while.
I like that you wrote out a script and then you were surprised by it real time.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
How does that happen?
Well, the short-term memory goes. And
you wrote this last night and you were shocked by what was written down.
They stopped? Oh, wait, they stopped because of the war.
Got it.
Listen to this thing.
What's the body made out of?
I'm glad you asked that, Ed.
Yeah.
This body is made out of reso glass.
Yeah, one of those guys.
It's like a hollow body. It's probably got structure inside that thing's attached to.
If that thing were a wood guitar, it would weigh 14 pounds.
Yeah, as it is, I don't even know if this thing weighs 5.
Yeah, the body is crazy thick. For like a slab body, you know what I mean?
I wonder if that switch does something different depending on where you are in the tone. Here's full treble.
Very little effect there.
Let's go full bass.
Very big effect there.
Okay.
Low cut? Or treble boost, something like that.
That's interesting, Ed. Update.
Yeah.
I've got the switch in the down position.
Yep.
Watch what happens when I move the tone knob. Nothing. Is it a tone bypass? Flick that switch up. Now my tone works again. Tone bypass, apparently. So maybe it's just pick up, volume out. It's got like a baseball batting neck.
Yeah. Looks pretty wide.
Pretty wide. The action is wonderful on this. Some of these budget things from the 60s, that is not always the case. It's been set up, of course.
When you started playing, I don't think you tuned it. You tuned it before I came down
I tuned it last night.
And you have not touched the tuning on it since we've been sitting here. Pretty good.
Kluson Deluxe strip tuners.
From 1962.
And the tuning buttons.
Yeah.
Those are called butterfly.
Yep.
Tuning buttons.
Yep.
Kind of cool.
I think they're great.
You know, as long as we're talking about noise, I thought I'd bring home another one.
Oh.
This is from the company Matt-Overse.
Yeah.
Apparently there's a guy named Matt that has his own universe. This thing is called the Air Trash. And I got to tell the story about this.
Yep.
It has 3 knobs, and it is essentially a dirt pedal.
Okay.
And he was messing around with it, trying to fine-tune the circuit.
Mm-hmm.
He can't get what he wants.
Nope.
He keeps playing it. At one point, he gets used to it.
Mm-hmm.
This is fun. It's completely garbage.
Yeah, right.
But it's fun, and he likes it. So he just decided to leave it that way.
Yep.
Of the 3 knobs, one is a volume.
Right.
And the other 2, he doesn't know what they do.
The one is a picture that's kind of triangle-y, like a tearing. In video, there's interlacing. It paints odd lines and then even lines. In fast-moving video, you get this tearing. That's what the picture looks like. And the other one is like kind of a weird explosion-y kind of symbol.
Kind of looks like a sideways tonsil or something.
I think explosion.
So here you go. You can tell already we're...
God damn. Is that just like picking up out of the pickup? Like turn it back up a little bit. What the fuck?
Is that wild? The second knob I've got all the way up. Let's turn it all the way down as I play. Third knob. Let's turn them both up.
I love the sputtery. Love it. That weird harmonic where there's just noise when you're not playing, but it almost sounds like room noise or something. Like turn them up again.
It's like it's affecting...
I feel like it... See,
or
it's
is it
picking...
is it pickup microphonic?
Yeah, it is. Because it's picking up me.
It's affecting your wallet.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, so that's the Matt-Overse Air Trash.
One thing I think it says on his page is that it likes to be first in the chain.
Boy, we've got a lot of pedal stuff to talk about.
Do we?
Yeah, back on the board
Uh-huh.
is the Hungry Robot Stargazer pedal. It is 2 channels of ambient reverb.
Oh, okay.
This was not working properly, and Eric over there at Hungry Robot fixed it up and sent it back to us.
I love it. Customer service. Shout out to Eric and the whole crew over there at Hungry Robot.
In Holland, Iowa.
That sounds great. Ooh.
And there's a little kind of sparkle switch on here.
That thing sounds awesome.
It's got 2 channels of it, so there's a blue side and a red side. I'll put on the red side.
Okay.
So I can set maybe the red side lower.
Uh-huh.
It's a great pedal.
I love it. Way to go, Eric. That's lovely.
Where were we, Ed? By the time 1947 comes around, post-war, Valco is one of the top makers of lap steels. They were not messing around.
Okay, great.
And their amps were always good. Their chief competition at that point, 47, would have been people like Magnatone, Gibson.
Yeah.
In 52, the year of the Les Paul, Valco starts making solid body guitars as well. They made them under the National and Supro names. And a lot of them were covered with what we call mother of toilet seat.
Yeah.
Perloid stuff.
Yep.
One of their biggest hits would come in 1955 with a model called the Town & Country. It was meant to compete a little more with the Les Paul, more fully featured. You could get 2 pickups, you could get 3 pickups. All different variations and flavors of it. It was a pretty popular model.
Chrysler Town & Country minivan.
That was a minivan named after the guitars of the 50s.
Why was the Chrysler Town & Country discontinued? SUVs.
In 1961, Ed,
Yeah.
they start making their bodies out of this here Reso glass.
Science. Got their Poindexter laboratory kind of thing going on.
This color is buff sand,
I really like that color.
and the back of it's white.
Yeah. I'm colorblind. I do not see a difference between the front and the back of that guitar at all.
To be fair to you and your googly eyes,
Yeah.
it's hard to see.
Okay.
So in 1962, they introduce the Kingston.
First year.
This one is the first year. They only made it for a year or so.
What year was the SG introduced?
1961.
It's got like that upper SG horn thing going on.
Totally.
I like slab body guitars. Looks like they just took a hunk of wood, carved a roughly guitar shape into it, and there you go. I'm a simple man, John.
When this was introduced in 1962, Ed, this fiberglass wonder.
Their budget model.
Yes, this was a lower one. This was less expensive than, say, the Town & Country or any of the other higher featured ones. What were they getting for it? In $62.
I'm going to give a number that I know is wrong. It's the one that popped into my head. I'll probably give 2 numbers. I bet it's like $89.99. Fuck, was it $189?
Your first guess was closer, Ed.
Yeah?
In 62, it was $74.50.
Oh my God. Wow.
There's got to be some cost savings associated
God
with fiberglass,
Damn.
I guess.
$74.
Pop this thing out of the mold, boom.
So that's...
$773.
What the... That feels cheaper to me than Harmony K line stuff.
Might have been in the same neighborhood, roughly, depending on which Harmony and which K you're talking about.
That feels really cheap.
The used market today has beat inflation.
You can pick one of these up
Yeah.
for $1,000, something like
And
that.
I think for $1,000, yeah, this is pretty good.
Yeah. Supro, the company, did they go under?
They did go under. They ended up merging with K
Mm-hmm.
in 67.
That story doesn't end well.
And they rebranded some K guitars with the Supro name.
Sure.
Well, those moves didn't really help anybody because by 68, Valco declares bankruptcy.
Classic.
Eventually, in 2013, a company called Absera Audio acquires the Supro brand. They were the parent company of Pigtronics Effects.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
They started firing it back up. But in 2020, they were sold again to Bond Audio, who also bought Pigtronics, and they own D'Angelico.
Okay. We need to go buy a brand.
I wonder if you could buy like one of the old Japanese brands.
Yeah. Buy a Japanese brand and start making them cheap in the U.S. That would be sick.
You gotta try it. Try and decide. Is it hello or goodbye? Buy or deny?
This is made out of fiberglass, Ed,
The perfect science material.
by a company that died and was reborn. The Supro Kingston. Buy or deny?
It's great. I love it. Buy? I like the color. It's got one pickup, John. It looks like it should be heavy as hell, but it's just light as hell. It's in perfect-ish shape. They are not crazy expensive.
God, for the condition this is in, I think one of our super fans should use that high gain 10 code.
Over there at the thunderroadguitars.com?
Yes, thunderroadguitars.com.
For sure.
Yeah, look for the Supro Kingston.
I think that guitar would be very cool with a cat sticker on it.
So this is a buy for you.
Yeah.
This is a buy for me. No caveats.
Yeah. So you're going to take some pictures of it?
Oh, yes.
Are you going to put them on the Instagram?
I'm going to put them on the Instagram.
Yeah.
And lest anybody forget,
Yeah.
we are enthusiastic team members over there at the Ruinous Media Network of music-related podcasts.
Yeah, we were down for a couple days, like we said.
Yeah.
Those Ruinous guys.
Every couple of minutes, my phone was buzzing in the hospital.
Yep. They send flowers,
No.
send a box of chocolates, send a little care package.
What's up with those guys?
They are gems, all of them.
Yes, there were some kind of under-the-hood things that needed to be done.
Yep.
And I just said, I can't do it. And
Yep.
they're like, no problem, we got you.
No problem, we gotcha, and we know Ed is incapable of any real work. I love those guys.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
Let's come back next week and do another one.
Why not?
That's the spirit.
Cool. Bye.
Bye, Ed.